Hey guys, so if you saw yesterday's video, then you know what is going on here. If not, I'm decluttering my MAC eyeshadows. They're really old. The ones I showed you yesterday were about 10 years old. Crazy, huh? I can't believe I was still using something that old. I must have been out of my mind. That's so dangerous. So we're just going to continue on, and I don't know exactly how old these are. I would imagine they're around the same time frame. They're probably like 9 years old, something like that. Way too old to be using. So I'm just showing you what I'm decluttering and telling you a little bit about each one and doing like a little finger swatch. So let's get started. This is White Frost, and obviously it is a white and it is a frost, and it's permanent. As far as I know, it is still available. All my eyeshadows are in pan form. I either buy them that way or I depot them to put them in a palette. When you have a lot of eyeshadows, it's just easier to store them that way. Isn't that pretty? So that's White Frost. And the next one is Naked Lunch, which I'm sure that a lot of you probably have. Very well known MAC eyeshadow, one of the most well known. It's a warm light peach, but it's one of those peaches that like a hybrid, almost like a peach that has like a hint of pink to it. Really pretty, and I got a lot of use out of that. I got a question yesterday in the comments section, was I going to repurchase anything that I'm showing you? I don't plan to. You're not going to believe this because I have been a single eyeshadow person for as long as I can remember, but I'm really getting into the palettes now. Eyeshadow palettes, and I never ever thought that would happen to me because I always preferred singles, but really getting into palettes now. So no, I don't plan on repurchasing any of the permanent ones that I'm showing you. Okay, this is Showstopper. This is a matte brown, super pigmented. And I think that was limited edition. Yeah, that was limited edition in the All Ages, All Races, All Sexes collection. It's funny because there are certain shadows in MAC's permanent range that aren't that great, and then there are ones like the one I just showed you that were limited edition that should be permanent. I mean, I don't know. It's not for me to say, I guess. Here's another one from that same collection. This one is called All Races. And it's a light matte gray, but it's got like a hint of lavender to it. It's really pretty, really unique. Never seen anything like it before. That was a very interesting and different kind of collection for MAC. This is Banshee. This is a luster. It's a pink luster, and I believe this was also part of that collection. Yeah, this was limited edition and part of that collection. So it swatches more like a mauve. When you look at it, it looks really light because of the luster. That's pretty close to my skin tone, but it's like a mauve. Swatches a mauve, looks like a pink. I guess it does look like a mauve when you look at it, but that was Banshee. And let's see what else we have here. We have Cross-Cultural, and this is the other eyeshadow from that All Ages, All Races, All Sexes collection. And this is just a matte brown. Kind of an everyday warm medium brown. Back when I used to collect limited edition collections, I used to try to get every shade of eyeshadow that was released in the collection and then do looks with just those eyeshadows together. It made it way more fun than just buying like one single eyeshadow. Okay, this is Brule. This is permanent, been around forever, and has a nice creamy texture to it. It's a highlight shade. It's got a satin finish, it's permanent, and it's just an off-white. Really nice. I think a lot of people are familiar with that. Okay, now we get into this. This is Mulled Cider. This was from the Warm and Cozy collection. Isn't that nice? As matte browns go. There's so much variation amongst brown eyeshadows. I feel like more than maybe any other color, there are so many different shades of brown to choose from, but it can really make a difference, you know, what tone you use and what depth of color and all that. This is Modelette. This was from that same Warm and Cozy collection. This is like a really light warm brown. And let's see. That last one, Mulled Cider, that was a satin finish, and so isn't Modelette. Those two look really good together. Modelette on the lids, Mulled Cider in the crease. Okay, and also from the Warm and Cozy collection is Chamomile. This is a really, really yellowy highlight shade. And that is also a satin finish. Okay, this next one is Shale. Really pretty. This is a permanent color. It's a satin finish. Sort of a purpley taupe type shade. It's like a purple with a hint of taupe or a taupe with a hint of purple. But really, really pretty. Not crazy pigmented, but you can build it up. Looks really nice on blue eyes. This is Shadowy Lady. A lot of times I would put Shale on the lid and then put Shadowy Lady in the crease. This is a super dark matte purple. Wow, that's not swatching very good. There we go. Sort of a blackish purple. As far as I know, both those shadows are still available and permanent. And now we're going to get into the Liberty of London limited edition collection. This is Birds and Berries. It's a Velux Pearl finish. And it's a teal. And the next one that is part of that collection is Free to Be, and this is a matte finish and it's a coral. And the next one is Bough Grey. This is from that same collection. It's a satin finish, and it's a gray. And the next one is called Dame's Desire. This is also from that same collection. It says here that it's a frost finish, but wow, that doesn't look like a frost to me. Oh yeah, it is. I remember when this collection came out, even though it was a really long time ago, I remember very well that I think I had the flu or something, and I had to ask my mom to go to the store for me and get the products that I wanted because I didn't want to miss out. Because back in those days, you know, when a MAC limited edition collection was released, everybody used to run to the store and sometimes things would sell out, and so you wanted to make sure you got there the day that it released. Okay. Geez, this I don't even see on my paper here, but this is Give Me Liberty of London. See that mark on there? That means that I must have gotten alcohol on that at one time. This is a matte pink. Yeah, I must have accidentally not written that in my book here. Okay, what's next? The next is Deep Truth. I think this is still available. This is a frost, and it's a very vibrant blue. Really pretty. One of you had told me that that was one of your favorite MAC eyeshadows and asked me to do a look with it, and I think I've used that in multiple tutorials over the years. This next shade is called Clarity, and this is a matte blue that was only available at MAC Pro shops. Wow. This is the matte square formula. But I distinctly remember getting this at MAC Pro in Las Vegas. And those matte square shadows, boy, they're not available anymore, but they used to have a bunch of them at one time. But boy, are they nice. They should never have gotten rid of that formula. This next one is Crest the Wave, and it is a bright, bright yellow. It's a frost finish. It was limited edition and part of the Makeup Art Cosmetics collection. And the last thing in my palette here is Maira's Mood. And this is a satin finish, and it was part of that same Makeup Art Cosmetics collection. Looks like some alcohol got spilt on that too. You can see where it left the ring. So that was part 2 of my MAC eyeshadow decluttering. And I don't know if the next video I do is going to be part 3, or I might wait and do it at a later date. I have no idea. When I sit down to film, I like to do whatever I'm in the mood to do. I don't like to plan things out too much, so I don't know. Hopefully you're enjoying this and it's giving you a chance to see a lot of MAC eyeshadows that no longer exist, and also show you a few that are still in the permanent line that maybe you might be interested in. So thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for subscribing.